I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Safeton is not safe.
It's not. It's not the safest places. The docks especially so, and harbour. Is it the harbour town? Let me. What's the districts again?
I think we're just in the port districts, weren't we?
Yeah, so you're in the marine quarter. It's or is it the dock quarter? I think it's the dock quarter that's a really rough area. Let me just check. Yeah, so you're in the docks quarter, yeah, and docks quarter is a place that the one place that isn't put into curfew after sunset.
I feel like this is new information.
You mentioned it last time.
Hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah,
And now,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay,
the
cool. 'Cause
dock.
I couldn't hear you for the last 5 minutes.
Ah, right. So yeah, the dock quarter is the only part of the city that's not where the curfew doesn't come into effect. Basically because they haven't got control of the dock quarter. It's run by criminal gangs. I'm not going to go into any details, but there's unspoken agreements. You know, they get left alone so long as they don't interfere with other things. So I believe we'd left it. You were in the dock quarter on one of the wharfs, stood alongside the ship, which is called the Windbourne. I think there's a description in the chat. So the Windbourne is a three-masted sailing ship whose hull is constructed of dark chestnut brown wood, while the deck is pale and sun-bleached. A dozen or more sailors are at work repairing sails, working at the rigging, scrubbing the deck, sealing the hull timbers, and a multitude of other jobs. A tall, muscular orc with greyish-green skin and a head of shortly cropped brown dreadlocks oversees their work, intermittently barking orders while gesturing wildly. Overall, the ship looks worn and weathered, though it seems well maintained. Mounted on the forecastle is a ballista, and on the main deck sits a mangonel. At the front of the ship is a prominent figurehead in the shape of a bird of prey, its wings spread wide. The same bird adorns the ship's main sail, though it is badly faded and broken up with scattered patchwork of repairs.
I think that's the main thing we need to do. Try and find the captain then, first of all. What was his name?
The
Hildegard.
The captain's name was
Hildegard Rittingham.
yes.
I'll shout up and see if he's.
I have to lower your.
Say that we're looking for this Hildegard Whittingham.
One moment. There we go. Right. No. There we are. Okay. So the orc on deck looks over and walks over to the side of the ship, leaning over and says, "What business have you got with the captain?"
We're trying to book passage to Safeton. Oh, it's not Safeton, sorry, Saltmarsh. And we were told that your captain was headed that way, so we're looking to book passage with him.
That's true. We're taking on passengers. You'll have to see the bosun.
And could you point us in the direction of where he is?
You know, like waves you towards the ship. So he's on deck.
Okay. I'll look for the gangplank then and
Yep, there's a gangplank leading
Go
up onto the
up on
ship.
deck.
Yeah.
and go up on deck then.
Luke is very excited. He's never been on a ship before. This
Okay.
is the first. He hopes he doesn't get seasick.
What's everybody else doing? Is everybody going on board?
Yeah, I'll follow him up.
Okay.
I'll wait to be invited. I'll hang around outside.
Well, kind of sort of invited you on board, like, but anyway, it's up to you. So you're staying back on the wharf.
Yeah, why not?
And what's Cade doing?
I'm not there.
Oh no, you're not. Are you? No, so I do apologise.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're yeah. We didn't mention that. But you're still with Olwain, aren't you?
Yep.
Did we leave them? Are you still
The
at the
Temple of Pelor.
Yeah, you're still at the
Yeah.
temple, aren't you? Yeah. I forgot to mention that. Probably because I forgot. Okay. Okay, right. So you walk up the gangplank onto the deck of the ship. It's a little bit unusual. The first time you've been on a ship as the ground shifts slightly underneath your feet as it bobs gently on the waves in the harbour. The half orc, the orc, notices you're looking unsteady. Says you'll have to do better than that when we get out into the open ocean.
It'll take a bit of getting used to, I'd imagine.
That it does.
So we're looking to book passage for 5 of us through to Saltmarsh, and we're wondering if we could book passage on the ship.
You already told him that.
I thought he pointed us towards the bus.
No, that was somebody else. We told somebody else who pointed us this way. New
So
person.
this is the guy that you were speaking to that waved you up onto the deck. This is the orc that you were speaking to.
All right.
Right,
Oh,
he holds out his hand.
I'll shake his hand then.
Says, Durgat, I'm the bosun.
Oh. My name's Olwain. I'll introduce the rest of us. So there's tackling down on the wharf for Fook, Luhai. There's one of our colleagues that was back at the Temple of Pelor.
Well, there's going to be 2, isn't there?
Yeah, there might be.
Olwain coming with us.
might be
first. We
Olwain
need
as
to
well, yeah.
Confirm that.
So we're looking to book passage for 5, possibly 6 people then, if you've got room.
Yeah, we've got room. I think we've got quite a few other passengers, but we should be able to fit you on board. It depends whether you're wanting a cabin or you're going to sleep in the common area.
A cabin, I think.
Well, it depends on the price, really. We may not be able to afford a cabin. Luzai, we have expensive tastes.
Well, some of us do.
So,
my good Mr. Bosun, what's the going rate then from here to Saltmarsh?
so a bunk in the common area is a silver a mile. If you want a cabin, that's 3 silver.
What does that work out in real money?
Right, follow me over. We'll sign you into the logbook, and we can work it all out from there. And
Wasn't the quote last time based on the price of a silver a mile?
yes.
And that was 150, I think you said, wasn't it?
So basically, we're tripling it.
150 gold.
So it leads you over to a cabin on the quarter deck at the rear of the ship, which is the rear of the ship. So the journey from here to so the journey will be calling off at Scant to drop off some goods, pick up some other passengers before and then travelling from Scant to Saltmarsh. The whole journey racks up at let's see, 6. Is 1,440 silver. Or 144 gold.
So the bunk.
For the bunk in the common area.
This each.
Each.
432 gold if you want a cabin.
Yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's a single bed cabin, and you get a shared latrine for the cabins. Otherwise, you have to use the crew's latrines.
Is that just a hole over the ocean by any chance?
No, it's a shared latrine. There's you might be sat with a few other people. It's at the front of the ship.
It's just shit in a bucket and then thrown
Yeah.
overboard.
More or less. The bucket's under a seat, but more
As
or
long as you
less.
don't trip. Trying to work out how much I've got. I think I've got it on my character sheet. I haven't printed out my new one yet.
So I've got a moment. I can show you around if you wish.
Ooh, yes, please.
Yeah. Take
So
the tour.
what you call the pointy end in the front?
Pardon me.
The prow.
Bow.
Yeah, okay.
Bow
so
on the
that's
stern,
the
isn't
prow.
it?
What do you
Yeah.
call the
Bow on the stern.
and the back is called the stern.
Yeah. And you got port and starboard.
Yeah, Fafuk has no words. Yeah, Fafuk has no words for any part of a ship whatsoever. So you'll kind of go the right-hand side, the left-hand side, and sometimes you'll be standing pointing at the back of the ship thinking it's the front. You grew up in the middle of a city in an alleyway. He knows nothing about ships.
Right. Let me get you a plan of the ship.
Character sheet. Ah,
I'll
okay.
just
here's
get
my
you a plan
character
of the
sheet.
ship. Well, eventually. There we
Loading a
go.
bit slowly.
Plan ship. Where's it gone? There it is.
There we go.
It might take a
Right.
while to do it this way.
Oh, I thought I'd already taken off the cost of Olwain's resurrection, but it doesn't seem to have taken.
It'd take too long to. Oh, isn't it? No, that's not it.
Okay, that's better. Right. Well,
Okay, I'll have to put that up another time.
would the bosun consider reduced rates if we, sort of applied some of our hard-earned skills in, supporting the crew and things during our journey?
Do you have
Not
any
wanking
experience? Do you have any experience at sea?
No.
Then that would be a no.
Okay. I'm good at entertaining the crew. I am fairly skilled in the arts of healing if that's required, so I'm quite happy to provide skills in other ways.
So,
Shouldn't that be over the way around?
Say again.
Shouldn't that be the other way around? Good at healing and fairly skilled at entertaining.
I will accentuate the things I choose to accentuate, Luzai. Thank you very much. I'm an entertainer at heart. The rest of it kind of pays for the rest.
Okay.
What would I say? Don't give up your day job.
I say I'm not really in a position to offer any discount. Maybe you could always speak to the captain when he's back on board, or when she's back on board rather.
See?
She, yes, she.
Hmm.
You have a problem with that?
So, thank you very much. No, of course not. I would like to ask whether, when do we need to confirm final numbers? Because we may need to speak to a couple of colleagues to confirm if they're joining us or not.
As soon as possible, really. We'll be setting sail 2 days from now. So the longer you leave it,
Well,
if other people book the places, then you'll be out of luck. At the moment, we've got plenty of room.
So do we? Okay, that's good. What's plenty? I mean, what's the maximum capacity for passengers?
We can fit about 12, including the common area. We've got 3 cabins, and then the rest is common sleeping area in the hold, which is either a bedroll or a hammock.
Okay. Do we want to pay for passage now for those of us who are definitely going, and then pay additional if Olwain's coming with?
I'm assuming Olwain's not got any money at all since he's just back from the dead.
Yeah, so I assume we have to pay for him, and then he'll have to just work off his debts, scrubbing the deck and stuff.
What about Cade? Can he afford it?
No, he can't. We know this already. He's got 6 gold pieces in his pocket. I know, I have felt them. So on me personally, wandering around, if I shake out all the hidey holes in my pockets and everything, I have got 515 gold pieces. So that should cover at least 3 of us. So I mean, I could pay for me and Cade and Olwain. Now, if you guys can cover yourselves.
Olwain's going to need a cabin though, isn't he, with the state he's in? It's not going to do him any good swinging on a hammock or on a bedroll.
Probably
Well,
not.
I can get one cabin.
Why don't you just get a cabin and then Cade and Olwain both use the cabin?
Yep, we can do, but then someone's going to have to help pay for me.
300 gold, I think, to my name.
I mean, I'm not there,
Well,
but
I'm
can
fine I was going to say I'm fine using the common area anyway.
Yeah, me too.
can I share my thoughts, or I have to wait until they are back?
No, you can wait till we're back. Shush. We're working. So, let's see, that's 432. That's 144. That's 576. Do I have 576?
What's the two prices again, Phil?
144 for the common area, and then 432 for a cabin.
It's very expensive.
Yeah, I definitely don't have enough for a cabin and me. So yeah, so I can definitely get a cabin, but then that's it. I don't have. I can stay in the common room. It doesn't really worry me. But yeah, I'm gonna need cash to pay for myself then. Here's a question to the bosun. And I'm just mulling this over in my head. We have a halfling and a geriatric who's quite frail. Could the geriatric and the halfling share the cabin for the cost of the cabin, as opposed to paying for the cabin twice?
Again, you'll have to speak to the captain.
When they say the captain would be
Where's
back
the
on
captain?
ship.
He'll be back on.
We
He should
could
be
find
back.
her.
She should be back within an hour or so. Just conducting other business.
Well, why don't
Much time
some
we've got.
people go back and speak to Cade and Olwain? And then some of us wait around for the captain.
Much time we've got left before curfew.
Before curfew.
Well, there's no curfew in the docks if we stay close, but
Yeah, but
wanna
there
get
will be
back-
if they go back to the Temple of Pelor. There'll be curfew then.
We've got rooms outside anyway, haven't we?
Well, we did have. I don't know if it's booked for another night.
So it's just after midday.
Plenty of time then.
So yes,
Cool.
Sun sets at almost 7 o'clock. So curfew will be about 6 o'clock.
What about Fafuk and Blue High stay here? Wait for the captain. Then you can speak about
Sounds good.
if they'll give us a bit of a discount if we can work as some sort of guards or something while they're at sea. So we can help them repel any pirates or anything.
Well, we've already been asked whether we've got experience at sea. We've said no. So
Oh, we ain't got experience at sea, but we've got experience fighting.
can you fight at sea though?
Gentleton. Well, pretty sure I could start a fight anywhere if I set my mind to it.
But we can always ask. Because there's going to be a few of us, isn't there? And then see if you can arrange Olwain and Cade staying in the same cabin for the price of just one cabin.
Cool. I'll see what I can do.
And then we'll go and speak to Cade and Olwain, then me and Tackling.
My only thought is, would you not want to stay because we've got like a half orc on crew.
Well, they've got full orc on crew.
Sorry, yeah, but you're half orc, aren't you? So I'm wondering if the crew might take more kindly to you. That's my only thought.
I don't know. Were there any other orcs around, or was he just
The
a single
rest.
one?
So there's Durgat, who is the bosun. He's an orc. The rest of the sailors, as far as you can see, are all human, male and female, sort of range from about sort of early 20s to about the late 30s, 40s.
I don't mind going back to pick up Caird and Olwain. Fill them in on what's going on.
Yeah, I'll go
Sure,
back with
I'll
you.
stay and ask. I'll stay and ask Durgat how a full orc managed to end up on a sailing ship with humans. Was he raised by humans? You know, does he feel any bloodlusty urges when he's around humans? You know, is he vegetarian? You know, stuff like that.
Walking the Hulk.
So for folks staying behind then, who else is staying behind? Anybody?
Me.
So for Fook and Luhai staying behind, and everybody else and tackling and Obold.
Old.
So the two demi-humans
Yeah.
are going to wander around the city, which is incredibly racist and xenophobic.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Okay. Right. Okay. So where is tackling and Obold going then?
Just straight to the temple.
Straight to the temple. Okay. Let's bring up a thing of the temple as well, shall we? I mean the city.
I'm going to say you've not put the map in the journal.
It should be in the journal. Maybe I've not put permissions on it. Saltmarsh plan, configure permissions. Oh no, I haven't.
Oh, can see it.
There you go. So there's a copy in the player journal now as well. Don't forget, anybody can create their own entry in the player journal folder. So you can create your own journals and things, write notes.
I only had the option to create rollable table.
You should be able to now because I allowed it. If not, then I'll look into it again at a later date.
Okay.
I might actually whether to run this, swap over to the app or not. Right. Let me just see what's displaying on there. Okay, that's a bit big.
Oh, sorry, there is a big button that says create entry.
Yeah.
See, yeah, right.
That'll be the one. Okay. Right, okay, so you head off back through the dock quarter, beyond the old wall, and towards Freeman's Quarter, where the Hall of the Sun God is located. So, meanwhile, Luhai and Fafuk stay on board the Windbourne. Are you doing anything in particular? Like I say, so he is happy. So Durgat is happy to put a few moments aside to show you around the ship. Obviously, he'll not show you everything.
Awesome.
Basically, he's going to show you areas that you're allowed access to, and that's it. So, can you see the map of the ship, the plans of the ship?
No, I can see the map of Safeton.
Right, let me just.
Close that.
Map of Safeton that you've put in as well isn't actually a map, it's just a journal entry that anyone can edit.
Map of Sifter was on top of the map of the ship.
Yeah, the one he's added in the player journal is just a.
Can see it. Thanks.
All right, I'll.
It's
You
just
have
a
to-
player journal entry.
Yeah, no. If you look at the top, there's like there should say there should be a text and image. If you click on the image, it'll take you to a blank screen.
Yeah, all I've got is a big smiley face or emoji.
One moment. I shall rectify that. I'll attempt to. Why did that not take? Select file. There we go. So you should have something on the image tab now of that journal entry. Just check the permissions. Yep, everybody owns it. Right.
Just thought on. What we're doing with the wagon and the horse, or horses.
They were
to
stabled
sell
at
them.
the inn
Yeah.
you were staying at, weren't they?
Yeah, but
They're
they're going to
coming
cost
with
a
us.
fortune to stable for the next like 5 months or whatever it takes us.
Yeah.
But are we taking them on board the ship with us, or
You'll not get them on the ship.
No,
we're selling them then?
we're going to have to sell them, yeah. See if the temple's interested in buying them.
Well, you'll be able to make some inquiries and try and sell them off. I very much doubt the temple would be interested in buying a horse and cart, but anyway. Right. So
never
anyway,
know.
so Lee and Lou, you can see this plan of the ship, yes?
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So at the top of the map, you've got the. So these are the bit. I'll go through the bits that you can see and/or have access to. So of course you got at the front. You got the forecastle with the ballista on it, and then at the back you got the quarterdeck where the wheel is. The little circles are the masts. On the main deck you got the mangolin, not mangolin, the catapult.
Mangonel.
Mangonel, yeah.
Mangonel.
You've got access at the quarterdeck. There you've got 2 doors that give the access to. Well, they're private areas, so you've not. It's basically the captain's cabin and the captain's ready room. And at the front, beneath the forecastle, there's a set of doors that leads into the officers' quarters. Then in the middle of the ship, you got you got 2 trap doors. So you got a covered trap door on the top side of the main deck, and then you got a set of stairs leading down to the lower deck. So the lower deck is mainly. Let me have a look. So this lower deck is cargo, is for storing cargo and supplies, but this is also the area, the common sleeping area. Okay, to the front where it says where the number 9 is, that's the crew's latrines. So you've got these nice little L-shaped, these 2 seating areas where you can sit and have a dump. Towards the back, we got the ones number 11. You've got the 3 private cabins, and number 10 is the private latrine that's shared between those 3 cabins. You've got steps, another set of stairs leading down to the lower deck, which you've not got access to, but that's basically more another hold, more storage. But you're not taken down there, and you're told not. You're not allowed down there either. So the places you have access to is most of the lower deck, apart from the cabins, unless you've actually paid for one of them. You've got the central access to the central area of the main deck, and that's it. You're not allowed on the forecastle or the quarterdeck without permission. You're not allowed in the officers' quarters without permission. You're not allowed in the captain's ready room or quarters without permission. And you're not allowed on down into the hold without permission.
Question:
Yes.
if you take a dump in number 9, does it drop through to 13?
No, it does not. They
Oh.
are so these are benches, and there's basically buckets underneath each
Oh.
hole. Each hole has got its own personal bucket, and there's a sponge with
A communal sponge.
there's a sponge for each
It's not
spot.
communal.
There's a sponge for each spot on a stick, just like the Romans used to.
Don't you have your own personal sponge?
No, not unless you buy one. You can bring your own personal sponge, but otherwise you got to share it. It's all right. It's
Sponge
there's
on a string.
There's a bucket with some like cheap wine to sterilize the sponge. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine.
Fine.
So
Everyone walks around stinking of vinegar.
yeah,
Lovely.
vinegar.
And I'm sure that would burn as well.
It could well do. Sting a bit, especially if you've got a bit the odd piles. Hemorrhoids.
I think you're looking for the word anal fissure.
Right. So while Durgat is giving Luhai and Fafuk the grand tour of the ship, the rest of you, or rather, the rest of you, return to the Hall of the Sun God, where you find Cade sat in the quarters where Olwain's recovering, who is currently fast asleep, with Luna curled up at the foot of his bed.
So we've how's your master recuperating?
Sleeping? I'm not sure yet.
So we found a passage on his ship that's going in a couple of days.
Do you think he's gonna be fit enough?
Well, that's what we're wondering, whether or not he's going to be fit enough to go.
We need to ask the healers. They can assess his condition better than me. I'm no healer. Or we can ask him if he's awake.
Try and see if there's a healer about that we can get an update from then.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything? What's Tackling and Cade doing?
Just following.
I mean, I guess I've been briefed about the situation on the ship, regarding the ship, yeah?
Yeah. We
Okay.
just said we found a ship.
Couple of things, we need to sort out. First, can I bring Luna onto board? Also, Boar.
I'm not so sure about Boar, to be honest. I wouldn't imagine Luna would be a problem.
Yeah, but we need to make sure rather than just smuggling it on. First, second, we need to find out if my master wanna travel with us at all, because he might not wanna, Third, I don't have money. I can liquidate some of my, spare scrolls and, magic items if I need to, because I have only like 6 gold in my pocket, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna pay for this.
Well, Fafuk has already mentioned that he might be able to help out in that regard.
I mean,
Maybe between the rest of us, I think we'll all be okay with the passage. And because your master's condition, we'd rather have a cabin than swing about in the common area on a hammock or a bedroll.
Yeah, that's probably not the best way to recover from, this grave condition he was in.
Hmm.
And I
So we
see.
can sort the money side out. That's not a problem.
Okay.
But it's just needing to know whether or not he's going to go or
So
he needs to stay here.
can we find a healer who can, brief us about his condition?
Yeah. We'll try and find a
You know,
healer then.
Fafuk. You know, Fafuk is a highly qualified healer.
Yeah, but no idea about the resurrection side though.
True.
We'll ask about, see if we can get someone to give us an update as to when he'll be up and about or okay to move.
Okay. Yep. Right. So you managed to find one of the acolytes at the temple. They tell you, to the best of their knowledge, it seems to be recovering fine. It's not unusual for somebody being in a weakened state after such an experience. So it probably requires a few days just rest and recuperation, and it should be back to his normal self.
Okay. So we need to leave in literally 2 days from now.
Well, I can't speak for the person in question, but I imagine they'd be, if they're willing to, they'd be capable of travelling, so long as they're not walking.
Okay. I think we're better off provisionally just booking for 6 then. At the minute. Then let him make his decision when he wakes up.
Oh, that's on there.
So we can when we go about, we can ask him to see if it's okay to put a deposit down for Olwain to secure a place if we need it.
That's wrong.
And then we'll pay if he decides that he's coming with us.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we need to get rid of this wagon then. I'll just have a go back to that place where we sold the other stuff, the armor and that.
Yeah.
See if he's interested in buying a wagon and a couple of horses.
Maybe there's a farmer's market around these plants.
There's farmers on the outside, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm not traveling farm to farm though, trying to sell it.
No, I meant farmer's market, as in people normally bring the goods into the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not beyond the realms of possibility, is it?
So there's well, if you look in the to the west side of the lower quarters, there's a big market, a kine market. So that might be your best bet at trying to sell a horse and wagon.
Don't send tackling, he might come back with some magic beans.
Try there then, Phil.
Okay, so who's doing that then?
Be me and tackling, I would imagine.
Yep. So you and tackling. Is Cade doing anything? What's Cade doing?
Nursing my master. I'm just watching him. That's my priority at the moment.
Okay. Right.
And also, if the Adens returns from the ship, they wouldn't know where, our friend's gone. So someone has to remain in the temple.
This is true. Okay. Why is that timer not running? There we go. Right. Right, so you'll be able to get 50% value down in the market. I imagine you'll quite easily be able to find a buyer, but you're only going to get 50% of the value.
Let me have a look then. We'll not get slightly more since we modified that wagon to have that.
Oh, you can try and haggle your way. Go on, you can try and haggle it. See if you can get a bit more money for it.
What's that persuasion roll? Is
Yeah,
it?
that'd be a persuasion roll.
Well, can we bring cargo, our own cargo on board?
You can bring stuff on board so long as it yeah.
You're 16, Phil.
Nice.
Okay, you can have 60% at value then instead. Yeah, you'll be able to bring on within reason. Each
Of arrows.
you what? Sorry.
I've got that barrel of arrows.
Oh, yeah. Are you carrying? Oh, right. Off this on the wagon, isn't it? Yeah, that'd be fine. Like I say, you'll be able to bring luggage, sort of things, luggage and possessions on board within reason. Of course, if you start bringing loads of crates onto the ship, then that's going to be a different matter. You're going to have to pay extra for.
Could I bring a pet?
Yeah, within reason. Again, within reason. As long as it's something small and manageable. If there's any problems or if anything like that you bring on board causes problems, then the captain is the law on the ship.
Yeah, I was just thinking because we've got Cade's riding dog, and I assume Olwain's got the pseudo dragon now. So I assume that's okay to bring them aboard.
What are you asking?
Those remains hidden anyway, don't it?
So yeah, like Durgat says that that sounds okay. You should be able to bring the dog on.
Okay.
It's not
the halfling qualifies my pet is really small. It's like carry-on luggage, really.
Right, he looks at you, is not sure whether you're being serious or not for a moment, then just shrugs and excuses himself, saying and gets back to shouting orders at the crew.
How many arrows would
I'd
you
be
say is in the barrel? Just sorry to interrupt.
I would say there was about 27 off the top of my head. There you go. 27.
27.
27.
A quiver full's 20.
Yep.
It's a barrel.
The one I picked up,
The one you picked up, let me see.
it has 15.
There you go, 50.
50.
So one's got
Right.
27 in, one's got 50 in. They're only small barrels, like we had this discussion about before.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But yeah.
That's a whole 1.5 gold.
I'm keeping the marrows where I got anyway.
You're keeping the arrows. Eh?
Oh,
Yeah.
is it just the barrel you want to get rid of?
I'm storing the arrows in the barrel.
All right. Oh, so you wanted to keep the barrel with the arrows, sorry.
Yeah, at some time I plan buying a short bow
40
or
gold,
acquiring one.
40 silver. So that's a 2.4 for the barrels.
Before Durkin wanders off, ask him if there's any places that buy and sell stuff near the docks on the black market, things that really not appear in shops.
Durgap sort of turns his nose up. It says, "If you want to find whatever you want, you'll find it for sale down the dock quarter. We don't
Cool.
try not to spend too much time down there. Unfortunately, it's not by choice that the ship's moored here. We're not allowed to moor the ship at the other wharfs in the marine quarter.
Oh, why not?
So that's
Seems
where
like a perfectly fine ship.
that's where the military ships are.
Okay. Understood, thanks. I mean, I'm happy for Luzai to stay on the ship and meet up with the captain. I just want to nip into the dock ward and try and divest myself of some things I've been carrying around but don't plan on using.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I don't want to take long, but I want to try and find a place that can purchase some vials of poison off me that I've been carrying around. Never reason to use.
Okay.
Because in the, I think it was a player's manual, I think I saw a vial of poison was like 50 gold pieces or something crazy. What's in the player's manual?
It
So
is 50 gold.
Yeah, so I was thinking if I could flog them for like something, then it could make some cash back because I don't plan on using them particularly. Well, a poisoner's kit is 50 gold pieces.
Yeah.
So I assume that's the means to make it. I've got 5 vials of poison, which we have all the details for. I just didn't write them down. 3 giant wasps and 2 death blades.
Right.
I'm gonna flog them. Says they're like a dodgy looking apothecary within the dock ward.
A nice side profiling down. Yeah. So shall we continue then after that that clusterfuck?
Yeah.
Nope. Where did?
I think it should be back, he said. Yeah.
Yeah, it's back.
So Obi says Twitch is back.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shut. I think I'm going to close Twitch down on my side because I think it's just causing me problems. Right. So you were negotiating in the market to sell the wagon, which I believe you managed to get the price up to 60%, so you can take 60% of the value of that. Selling potions, you can give us a persuasion roll for Fafuk, please. See if you can find somebody to sell these poisons to. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, to be honest.
Not an investigation roll.
No.
Or
No.
an insight roll.
No, just persuade. You just need to talk to the right people. I mean, it's not like it's not like it's going to be pretty open, stuff like that. You might not be dealing with very nice people or trustworthy people.
You're not going to be dealing down the back alleys or anything.
No.
It's all out in the open in this area.
I have the right screen on as well. Okay. Right. So 12. Yeah. So yeah, you find like I say, it's not a problem to find somebody who will sell them. The problem is trying to find somebody who will give you an honest deal. At the moment, the person you find in is what's this name of the shop now? I've got the name of the shop somewhere. Safeton. Where are you? It's the gnome's lair that you've wandered into. Got into a heated argument with the proprietor, who is only prepared to give you 20 gold pieces per vial.
I'm not sure what these things are worth, to be honest. It's not my forte. So can I insight check the gentleman or the lady to see whether they are ripping me off or not?
By all means.
Right, insight is... Oh, that's much better. You know, I'm not, a fan of these
There you
things.
go. Got a day.
But
Oh. You don't really know.
well, I'm like, yeah, fine. Cheers. I've got 5 of these things.
Okay.
So would that be 100 gold pieces?
Yep. Yeah. He gives it you in platinum.
I'm sorry, say again.
He gives it to you in platinum.
Okay, awesome. I
So-
check the platinum to make sure it's not fake platinum.
It's all Greyhawk, official Greyhawk tender.
Oh, brilliant. So that would be
So
10 platinum, yeah.
Yeah, so platinum's 5 gold.
Say again slowly.
Platinum is 5 gold, is it? Yeah.
Is it not
No,
10?
no,
Yeah.
that's Electrum.
It's 10.
Was it
No,
10
it's
gold?
platinum 10 and Electrum's 5.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry. I apologize.
So it's 10 platinum.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Great doing business with you. While I'm there, obviously, professional curiosity. Are they selling anything of interest?
It sells. Well, it sells all sorts of things. Quite a lot of it
No.
dodgy. What are you after?
Right down for Fook's
No,
alley.
I'm not after anything.
I mean, there's
Right up me alley. I mean, anything magical is the main thing. Anything magical?
anything magical. Phew. No.
Like, well, thank you very much. Have a lovely day. And I head back to the ship.
Okay. And what about Luhai? What's Luhai been doing?
Hanging about on the ship.
Hanging about on the ship? Are you not doing it? Want to do anything in particular?
No.
And, ooh, hello, sailors. How are you?
Okay, right. While you're
No.
there, you do meet some more of the crew. Who
Phil, I'm sorry, your voice, I can't hear you.
you can't hear me.
No.
No,
It was breaking
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Breaking up a bit.
All right. Let me
No,
just,
no, it's perfect. No, it's perfect.
Let me just check the. That's on.
It was like you were like 10 meters from the microphone.
Oh, it's weird. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you meet some more members of the crew either returning from the return to the ship or appear from elsewhere on the ship. Let me tell you. Where are we? That's the wrong journal. Okay, so you meet the first mate, who is called Francis Serpentwind.
To pick shorter names. Did you say rancid serpent?
Francis Serpentwind.
I heard sus and serpent wind. Is that right?
No,
Francis.
Serpent.
Francis.
Francis.
Right.
Francis Serpentwind.
Serpent wind.
23-year-old human male with cropped, wavy dyed black hair, brown eyes, rough pink skin, and about 5.5 foot tall. There's an unfinished abstract tattoo on his left hand. So yeah,
Abstract tattoo.
Francis Serpentwind, who is the first mate. Anastas Crew, who is the second mate and navigator. She's a 23-year-old female human with long wavy black hair.
Anastas Crew.
Yep. Long wavy black hair, green eyes, and rough tan skin. Stands about 5.5 feet tall. It's kind of a round build, bit not fat, bit round.
Stocky.
Yes. And you met Durgat, and you also meet the cook, who is called Durena Rittingham. A 32-year-old female human. No relation to the captain.
Rittingham must be a common name wherever they come from.
Right, what's everybody else doing, by the way?
At least
Missed
they've got
that,
no
Phil.
superstitions about women on ships.
Not in that we don't have such such inequalities in the D&D world. No.
Are there superstitions about women on ships?
Traditionally, yeah.
Yeah, they used to be.
Well, they used to think women's ovaries would explode if they went over 60 kilometers an hour, so they wouldn't let them on trains. But
Yeah, well, at one point
there you
people
are, hey.
believed that they'd suffocate if they went over 5 miles an hour, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
15 miles an hour.
I come back and I've got an extra 100 GP on my person. So actually, I can now pay for a cabin and myself, which is cool.
Okay.
I'm proudly displaying my extra platinum. I'll say, see, when you're a really good shag, you get lots of extra. Do we wait for the rest to come back?
Yeah, so what is everybody else doing? What's Tackling and Obol doing?
Well, once we've sold the wagon and the stuff with it, we'll make us way back to the ship.
Okay. Not going back to the
Don't
temple?
forget my my lead-lined chest. Don't forget my lead-lined chest that I left on the wagon.
Yeah, we'll
I
leave
didn't
them back.
realize we're selling the wagon.
Yeah, we'll leave that back at the inn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, go back to the inn and pay for the rooms for the next 2 nights.
Okay.
So I can store us stuff in there. So I have to knock that off.
Righto. So you're going back to the inn, paying up for a couple of days, and then what are you doing?
Then going back to the ship.
Okay. Not going back to the temple then.
No, because we know he's staying there for the moment, don't we?
Right. Okay. Is Cade doing anything?
I'm just watching my master, waiting until he's awake so I can talk to him.
Okay. Well, he does sort of drift in and out of consciousness, but is never sort of I would say not lurid.
Lucid.
Lucid, that's the word I was thinking of, yeah. Not
Yeah,
lurid.
lurid's going completely the opposite
Yeah,
way.
that would be a bit strange. Lurid tales. Right, yeah, so, yeah, he's not quite lucid, so he just drifts in and out of consciousness. Seems, doesn't even say, not even sure if he's aware of your presence.
Okay, I mean, I have to wait, so I wait.
Okay. Right, so, the rest of you return to the ship.
Has the captain been back yet? I'll ask for Fook. Or Luhai.
Sorry, what was the question?
Has the captain been back yet while we've been gone?
We have met Francis Serpentwind, a first mate. We have met Anastas Crew, second mate. Dirgat you've already met, and Dwayne Rittingham, not related to the captain, who's the cook, but no captain yet.
So,
Alright.
what's anybody doing? Is anybody doing anything, or are you just waiting?
Well, I think what we're better off doing is securing what we need to for ourselves, and then seeing if it's okay to put down a deposit for Olwain, because we don't know whether or not he's going to be coming yet. I don't want to lay down all the money for him, and then all of a sudden we lose it because he's not going.
I don't think he's going to refuse to go, actually.
You what?
He's going to not go. Because he's got nowhere else to go, has he?
True.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's got a top secret hidey hole. Sorry.
Well, I think those will
Just
need to be
ignore
the
that.
questions. Because
I
we can
mean-
pay for Cade and then see whether or not it's okay for his master to stay in the same room in a cabin,
Yeah, I am.
and then secure everyone else's.
Yeah, so I suppose full we want to pay for all our rooms
Okay.
and then wait for. Do we include Cade? Sorry.
We include Cade, it's just Olwain at the moment we're unsure about until he says for definite he's going.
I've just got to remove
Okay,
this cat
yeah,
from
so
the
we
room.
pay for.
I just
Okay,
go
so we
move
pay
this cat.
5 berths.
He'll be coming. There's no way he's in any fit state to stay anyway.
Yeah.
Let alone leave the city. He can't even afford to leave the city.
Okay. So, you're paying up for your passage on the ship, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
think
still need to
currently the
speak to
plan is 5.
So we still need to speak to
Sorry.
the captain though.
Yeah, but I suppose we're safe paying for 5 berths, and then if we need to, we can grab a cabin entrance in the 5th berth and cabin if they can share.
Yeah, upgrade it to the cabin if we can share.
Okay.
Pay for 5 berths.
Right. Okay. Okay. So Durgat sorts it out, enters all the details into the log, ship's log.
So it's 5, 1, 4, 4.
Shortly after that, an elder, well, not elder, a female half elf boards the ship. And she's greeted.
Who the fuck are you? Get off me. Oh,
She's
sorry,
greeted
what?
by Durgat, who by his demeanour, you assume she must be the captain. Durgat draws her attention to you, informing you that you're the currently signed on as passengers. Right, she comes over and introduces herself as Hildegard or Whittingham. She's half elf, looks about middle aged. She's got cropped straight silver hair and cyan eyes. A rugged chocolatey skin. Stands, but she only stands for about 4 foot 6 inches tall. A slim but muscular build. And she has a sharp, features of her face are very sort of sharp and pointed. Says, welcome to the Windbourne.
So, well, thank you muchly. We are pleased to make your acquaintance. Durgat, your bosun, that we just needed to clarify a few points with yourself. We are awaiting arrival of potentially another 2 companions, one who may require one of the cabins, and the other is a halfling. His apprentice, I suppose is the term. Anyway, so the question was, should we require a cabin, could the elderly, frail gentleman and his assistant, the halfling, share the room? Acceptable.
If they agree to share the room, but I will still expect payment for passage for your halfling friend. Not for
Yeah,
the,
I mean, I expect you'd have to pay.
yeah, if he wants to pay, if they want to share the room, but it'll still cost common sleeping passage. What your friends get up to is none of my concern, as long as it doesn't endanger my ship or its crew.
The 2 of them shagging in a room would sink a ship, but you never know, I suppose.
Was purely a
So-
carer. A care on a caring basis.
Okay, can share. And I suppose then, what was the other question we had? Was the pet? Was it the pet question?
I think you cleared that over with
Bring the
Durgat
pets
already.
aboard.
Yeah, pets.
Yeah, was that
Pets
it?
are fine, as long as it's, obviously a dog's fine. A horse is not. It's too big.
Pseudo dragon.
The pseudo dragon is, yes. She'll allow again. She'll allow it on board, as long as it doesn't cause any problems. If it causes problems, then it will if need be, she will remove it from the ship.
Oh, that's fine. I don't give a shit. Just wanted to ask the question.
but that goes
I
for
don't care if the pseudo dragon. Sorry.
that goes. The same rule applies to anybody, anybody, and everybody, and anything.
Awesome. Oh yes, I remember the question. Many of us are skilled in things other than, making bits of wood float under a sail across the water, in boats and ships and things. Would we get a reduction in rate if we contributed to the ship's successful reaching of its destination thing, parking next to the land, what you call it, harboring a port, porting in harbor, the part where you stop sailing next to the town you wanted to get to, what you call that, parking,
Mooring.
Mooring, yeah,
heaving to.
mooring. No, that's kind of you to offer, but we work on a well trained team, and it would only cause disruption.
Yeah, I heard nothing about that. Sorry. Go again.
We have a well trained team, and I appreciate your offer, but it would only cause more trouble than it would and disruption than it would solve.
What about helping
Okay,
any?
but
What about helping any
should
defense of the ship if it's attacked by pirates or anything like that? Would that help?
Passengers are expected to help in the defence of the ship if need be. It's in their own self-interest, unless they're non-combatants.
Oh yeah, I'm just a bard, totally innocent little bard.
I'm sure you can hit them with your lute.
Yeah, I show them my lyre. The lute is the other thing I can't play. I don't know how to play lutes. I just brought it along as captured booty.
So if is there any more questions? If you've no more questions, I've a business to attend to before we can ready the ship to leave.
Yep, just last question. Are you single currently?
Dear.
Oh my god! We haven't even left the harbor yet.
Any port in a storm?
I'm hoping to upgrade myself to the captain's quarters.
Right, she squints at you. You're not quite sure what that means.
I smile.
You're not sure if that's
winningly.
not sure if it's a nervous twitch or a wink. But she squints, smiles, and leaves to go about her business.
Oh, I'm in there. Brilliant.
I bet you are.
Right, I'm done. Fufuk is now replete.
Is anybody doing anything then? Anybody? Kids?
Did we find out what time they'd be set sailing?
First light on the 20th.
Yeah, what time? Sorry, I didn't hear that, Phil.
First light.
First light. Okay. Head back to the inn then. I'll say Cade's still at the temple. Olwain still hasn't come round properly yet.
He's still not there.
Do you have any of your concoctions that would help Obold? You with your herbalism skills?
No. Nothing that'd help him recover any faster.
I try a lesser restoration on Olwain, see if it does anything.
Oh, were you going to the temple?
Yes, we were going to the temple to check on Olwain.
All right, sorry. Who's going to the temple?
Not me. I'm just going to go back to the inn.
Going back to the inn.
I'll go to the inn too.
Okay. And what's Luhai doing?
In.
Going to the inn. Okay, so you're all returning. So you're all returning to well, basically going to the Freeman's quarter outside the old wall. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
right.
just heading to Olwain just to call. It's a restoration on him.
Okay, so while the rest of you head back to the inn, Fahouk joins Cade at the temple.
Bring Cade up to speed on the arrangements. Explain the pets are welcome. Olwain obviously will just need to upgrade. We'll just need to pay for a cabin for him if I assume he wants to stay in a cabin, being old and frail and decrepit and senile and all that kind of stuff. Try to assess whether he'd be safe to move using my credible medicine skills.
Okay, you can make a medicine check.
Can I help him with that?
Are you proficient with medicine?
Yes.
You may help him then.
So, do you want to do the roll or shall I?
Let me.
Okay, so I just asked.
Right. Thanks. That's first
Nice
roll.
roll.
Second roll. Okay, 26.
Okay. And you do what with that? You were just assessing him, were you?
Yeah, just checking him over, making sure that he'd be stable to move.
Okay, yeah, it seems it just appears in generally good health considering his age and what he's been through just recently. It just appears to be just tired, exhausted, fatigue.
Oh, so has he got like levels of exhaustion?
Yes.
Not like ill.
No.
Ah.
So can
Okay.
can we speed up his recovery somehow?
Magical means I actually have a potion that removes exhaustion, but I don't think we need to spend a potion on this when he'll just recover naturally in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So no, he's fine to move as long as he doesn't exert himself and
Okay.
he recovers his levels of exhaustion. He won't. He shouldn't die on us.
Okay, but when is he gonna be conscious so we can talk to him so he can tell us what he wanna do?
You could
He'll probably wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Give him a good night's sleep. We can probably have a long conversation tomorrow. I would have thought.
Okay.
Do you want to stay here?
Yeah.
Sure, he's all right. I'll head back to the inn.
You could, I mean, if like you say, you could leave him to regain consciousness naturally, or you could actually try and bring him round if you wanted to, if it was urgent.
No. It can wait until the morning.
Okay.
I don't want to disturb him. I mean, I don't want to
Epinephrine.
put a setback on his recovery.
Shot of adrenaline straight to the heart.
Straight to the heart.
I stay over to watch him.
Okay.
You know, I'm
Kill
not letting
someone,
him out
to be fair, in his
on the
state. Right, I head back to the inn. Let the others know that, in my professional opinion, he's just really, really knackered and he'll be fine in a couple of days. And we left him to sleep it off and consult him in the morning. And yeah, then I suppose play my lute to the adoring crowds in the pub and then go to sleep.
Okay.
I tried to give a rousing performance of Two Dicks and the Cat, which is obviously the I was crafting about Dyson and the cat. What's my performance again?
Here's a performance
There we go.
roll then.
Awesome. Oh,
Very average. Your performance goes mainly unnoticed.
Completely flat.
that's crap. Okay, that's fine. Can't win them all. Scran to a rumbles on. Go to bed.
Okay. You can all make a persuasion roll as well that evening. Just general socialising and what have you.
Persuasion. I'm trying to start a fight.
Wow. Just Lou High then.
My style of persuasion includes headbutts and finger gouges.
Oh, not as badly as Lou
Lou
High
High
though.
involves chopping off fingers.
So,
No,
yeah.
wait. Oh, Cade's not there. Cade's
No,
back
I'm
at
not
the
there.
temple,
I'm
isn't
not
he?
there. I'm not there. You cannot read all this.
That's
So
right,
yeah.
you're back
So.
at the temple.
So yeah, indeed, Orbold and Lou High do get drawn into a fight where some of the local patrons take a dislike to the fact that there's a half orc in the inn, which leads to a violent altercation that comes to a swift conclusion due to the fact that you outmatch the other person by a long way.
Just do if it comes to that, we'll just do temporary damage, Phil, not full proper damage.
Not like punch his face off.
No, just knock them
No.
out and leave them draped outside the inn with a bar towel across the waist.
Right. Meanwhile, let's see.
Or some writing on the face saying twat and tosser.
No, just across the chest saying "Woodham falsies."
Draw sort of a great big dick on the back.
One of the downsides of wearing a troll helmet. That happened to one of my characters in Middle Earth.
1 second, just have to. Nope, that's not worked. Oh dear. Oops. Oh my god, I can't. I used to be a decent type, good at typing.
I've gone through 3 keyboards during lockdown.
3? What have you been
3.
doing, Tom?
Control key every time for some reason just keeps going. Bottom left hand side, control key.
I've got 2 keyboards, but I use one for work, which is my gaming one, and then I bought a wireless one to use with the PC.
Too much intense crouching.
No, copy pasting code from Stack Overflow. That's my problem.
Right, that took longer than I thought it would do. Okay. Right. So apart from Lou High and Obol's little altercation with some of the locals, you and For Fuchs' lackluster performance, you spend the night passes uneventfully, other than that. And it's later that you eventually retire to your rooms.
We'll just get a bit of practicing in.
Yeah.
Get a head down. Wake up bright and early. Got a full day ahead of us.
Right.
Jacqueline heard some gossip just as we were going to bed.
All right.
Apparently, a famous local adventurer by the name of Thorhorn Emerald Dagger, who died recently after succumbing to a strange wasting disease, which no physician or cleric was able to identify or cure.
Wasting disease.
It's an emerald dagger.
Emerald Dagger.
Who's been shagging the Fae. They can give you all sorts of weird syphilises you can't cure. Should never shag a fairy.
Okay, so it's the next.
Do you have any loot? Do you need to dig up his body? Is that what you're telling us?
Yes, 1,000,000%.
Oh, I forgot to mention there's some gold everyone's due as well.
What?
It's not
You
a huge
forgot to
amount.
mention that.
Was he buried
It's-
locally? Do you know?
No, that's what I've told you is what I know.
So the gold for everyone, if they want to note it down, is 16 gold, 6 silver, and 8 copper each.
668.
And this is for the sale of
The wagon,
horse
and the
and wagons.
horses, and the barrels.
Can you tell the amount again, please?
Yes.
16.
16 gold.
Yeah.
6 silver pieces,
Okay.
and 8 copper.
Cheers.
Needs every penny can get.
Right, okay, so you wake the next morning, go downstairs and get breakfast.
Aye.
Cade is woken the next morning by a hand resting on his shoulder, and opening your eyes, you see Olwain stood looking down at you. Yes,
Finally,
good
I
morning,
hugged him.
my boy.
I hug him. I mean, I can hug only like his legs, but I hug him.
Make sure he's wearing
Right.
some clothes. You.
Oh,
I mean, he had some night glow on, I guess, because
oh.
you know I nursed him and dressed him and
You
whatnot.
hope.
Yes, you know.
Right,
I
he
will,
chuckles and pats you on the head.
Mhm.
Said,
Okay,
"How? So I owe you a great debt for what you have done. I was
Literally.
I think you owe my friends. They paid for it. I have no money, you
Load of
know.
money.
So
Oh,
I
was-
ask him if he's okay to have a
I'm-
serious
I'm-
conversation.
I'm fine. There was money involved. I didn't realize there was money involved.
Yes. So I brief him just, you know, in like 10-15 sentences what happened since he died regarding Dyson, our
Okay,
adventures.
right.
and
Yeah,
things.
he asks you various questions and back and forth, and your brief conversation spins out to like 2 or 3 hours as he asks for more and more details about what's been happening. And
Okay, and I will tell him about his resurrection. That my friends forked out the 5,000 GP for it, and we are setting sail in 2 days' time on a mission.
So
And
it's
what is he planning to do? Is
so
he
it
coming with us?
appears I'm in debt to you and your friends.
You are no debt to me. You are debt to everyone else. I mean, I do anything for you because you are my master.
He smiles. It says, "Luna tells me that much was lost in the fire at my tower in Ossington."
Yeah, I mean, there are some surviving notes, but not much. And I tell him, what they contain and regarding Dyson's so-called research.
She also tells me that you managed to recover one of my spell books.
Yes, I have that. Yeah, I give it back to him if he needs it.
Yes, I'll need that. I'll need you to return that to me, Cade, my boy.
I pull it out from my bag. I have it here with me.
Right, he thanks you and starts paging through the book. Says, yes, here we are. And he mutters something under his breath, and he wipes his palm across one of the burnt pages. And as he does so, the page sort of repairs itself,
Wow.
and the
I'm,
and the text on the page completely changes.
I'm watching his work with amusement. Oh my god! Yeah, come on.
Says, we're in luck. We're in luck. This bit survived. Just one moment. If you'd just step back, if you could move that table out of the way a moment.
I'll move the table.
Okay,
And
right.
I ask him, don't push yourself. You need to, rest because you are still not back to full health.
Unless he's going to turn the table into 100,000 gold, then by all means, exert yourself.
Exert yourself to. Okay, right. So he starts to read from this page in the spell book, and begins gesturing. And after a few moments, a door appears in the middle of the room with nothing, just like there's this freestanding door.
I read about this spell.
Seems a lot of effort to make a door.
You don't understand magic. This is something which is beyond my capabilities. So I'm curious. I'm watching what he's doing.
Door. You just need a few planks and a couple of nails. And
so he walks up to the door.
Gateway.
He walks
to
up
a magic safe.
He walks up to the door and places his hand on it and leans in close and begins mumbling some words that's too quiet for you to hear, and then opens the door, and instead of just an open doorway showing into just an open doorway showing seeing the room through it, there's it opens into another room where
that's
you can
how doors
see
work, Phil.
you can see like flickering torchlight inside this stone walled room. Says, I'll be just a moment, and he disappears through the door and closes it.
So I wait outside. He didn't call me in.
No, he did not.
Assume this is in the temple, yeah. This is the temple, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So all my smart Alex stuff is lost because I'm not actually there.
I've saved material for next time. Right, so a few 5, 10, 15 minutes pass, and begin to get a little bit concerned. And you're wondering whether to try the door yourself, when all of a sudden the door opens and Olwain steps out, and as he closes the door, it vanishes.
Well, Olwain vanishes?
No, the door vanishes.
The door.
Oh, the door vanishes. Okay. Sorry, occasional words drop out. So.
Okay. So I thought you are skeptical about my master.
Right, he hands you the
Classy as
burnt.
cold hard cash I am.
Right, he hands you the spell book
I'll
back,
stop talking now.
and you notice it under. He's got another book tucked under his arm, although it's quite a slim book. He's got that tucked under his arm, and in his hand he's got a velvet pouch, about the size of a not that kind of pouch, about the size of a normal money pouch.
Coin
Which-
purse.
Yeah, a coin purse. He undoes the
Well,
strap.
some are bigger than others.
It's a standard
Cold
size.
in here.
He undoes the drawstrings and reaches inside, and his sort of his hand, and then his arm up to his elbow disappears inside, and then he retrieves a fist-sized moonstone from inside this pouch, and he hands it to you. This might cover some of the finances.
I mean, I have no idea what this is and how much it's worth. Can I do a investigation check to
It's
establish?
it says I think I could be wrong. I think it's worth about 3,000, depending
Oh,
on where you get it exchanged.
okay. That's my friends will appreciate this definitely.
Right. It took. You also notice he's now wearing a brand new set of clothes as well. I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
And he tucks the pouch inside his robes along with the book.
So he handed back the first spell book to me. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, I will check. I will check that later if it's anything new in it. Okay.
Okay.
So I asked him what are his plans. Is he wanna take revenge on Dyson or just have any other business to do? What are his thoughts?
So I think there are better things to do than carry out petty revenge. I believe a sea voyage is on the cards.
Oh, you are coming with us. That's brilliant. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I just have to. I mean, I tell him I need to tell this to my friends. So I will
Well,
leave him,
let's
for a while.
let's go and meet your friends. I'm perfectly.
yeah.
I'm feeling much better now.
Okay. Let's.
And
We try to find.
it does indeed look a bit much more sprightly, much more colours back in it. The colours come back to his face. It appears more.
Much more lively.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So let's go to the inn and find our friends.
Okay. Were the rest of you doing anything?
So I can't hear you, Phil.
Yeah, point out then, Phil.
Sorry.
We can't hear you. We can't
You
hear you.
faded out then when you
Oh,
were
sorry.
speaking.
So what are the rest of you doing?
Well, we're still waiting around at the inn at the minute.
Okay. Right. So
Breakfast.
after a few hours, so sometime late that morning after you've had breakfast, you get a surprise visit from Cade with Olwain in tow, looking considerably better and much better dressed than most of you as well.
Last time we saw him, we were a corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Quite
nice to see you
remarkable.
around,
It was
up and about, Olwain.
alive.
Says, I owe you all a great debt.
You do?
Perhaps my apprentice Cade has something that perhaps will be some recompense.
Yeah, I pull out the stone and I hand it over. This is worth like 3,000 GP probably.
Right, so it's a huge
Well,
cut moonstone, about the size of a fist.
So
It's
if we
about
can,
10 times the size of the last ones they had done.
Yes.
so if we can liquidate this, you can regain some of the money.
Well, my first suggestion is we don't do that here in this place. Let's get gouged. Perhaps save it till our destination. What do you think?
Your call.
I think we'd probably get gouged if it were one any of the non-humans that tried to sell it.
Do you want me to try and sell it?
Yeah, you and Luhai might be better off trying to sell it. Because it's not far from the temple anyway, where you needed to
You just hold,
go to sell it.
we just hold on to it. We just hold on to it until we get to Saltmarsh.
Well, let's see if we can sell it there.
Well, there is
So
that,
it's
but there's
it's
also we
easy
need to
to
get
carry.
back, don't we? Is this a return trip?
No, one way.
I
Maybe
thought
we
it
should
was.
hold on to it. Maybe
No,
we should
I thought it
hold
was
on to
a
it to
return
get
trip.
back.
no, the money is one way. So we're going to have to pay it again for passage back.
They didn't see any point in forking out money to get you back.
Wow.
We might not even want to come
In
back.
case we don't. Yeah, so I'd say we take it with us because it's just easy to carry.
Okay.
I mean, how big is this? How big is this stone full? Could I swallow it?
No. No,
well-
unless you've got no gag reflex.
Yeah, it's literally the
Wow.
size of a
You
fist.
don't know what skills. You don't know what skills I have.
Formative years in that backstreet
Exactly.
brothel.
Yeah.
Oh my.
He's practicing on his spiritual weapon.
Is that why they keep getting bigger?
Okay. It's called training. So yeah, so I'm happy for anyone to carry the stone as long as we just know where it is. Yeah, I mean it's easy for anyone to carry it. So.
You might as well carry it yourself, to be honest.
What? Leave it with Cade?
Well, whoever.
He's slippery enough.
Cade,
to get away.
yourself.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, Cade, if you want to carry it, keep it nice and safe for us.
I'll try my best. I'm a little bit nervous. You know, this is so much money. I never seen so much money in one piece ever.
Even more guilt upon Cade.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, when I have a couple of 100 kids, I always buy a Spasco. That's the way to do it.
So I suppose we can head down to the ship and because we're due to leave tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so we should board today rather than, you know.
Yeah,
during the night.
agreed. I think get ourselves on the ship a day early just avoids numbers if possible, and also we need to pay for Olwain's cabin. Well, Olwain can pay for Olwain's cabin now, so
Yeah, he can.
we head down to the ship and start getting our stuff moved in.
Yeah. Have to make Olwain aware that there's a cabin that's available for passage. Just give him the costs.
432.
Says,
Yeah.
no, that's no problem. He's more than happy to pay his own way.
Oh, okay. I'll take him with us then when we go down to the ship.
Okay, right.
I'd like to.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Is there a place in town where you could sell musical instruments?
Yeah, I would think you'd be able to find somewhere.
I've got that loot. I've got that loot I want to try and flog.
Where are we?
The one that we got off Cuckoo. I think I've got it here somewhere. No, it's just a book.
Three-quarter duck.
Oh, here we go. Loot is 35 gold pieces. The player's manual. So I want to try and flog the loot.
Okay. Yeah, after asking about that you suggested that you try the Adventurer's Den in the dock quarter.
Okay. Adventurers Den. I go wandering to see if I can.
Okay, so it's on the way to the ship anyway. Right. So when you pass through into the dock quarter, you immediately notice that there's a very visible guard presence that there wasn't before.
Is it like looking at for things, guard presence, or just guard presence?
So there's groups of like 3 or 4 guards almost on almost every street corner. And there's quite a few of them are looking a little bit more than a little bit nervous.
Wander up to a group and say, "Morning, officers. What seems to be the issue? Don't normally see so many of you guys around."
Right, you get the cold shoulder. They're not interested in talking to you and tell you to go about your business and mind your own.
Okay. Good news is, chaps are not looking for us. I've no idea why they're so nervous though.
But you could
Carry on towards the ship and.
Sorry?
Can we just sneak nearby and just casually listen what's going on?
What, near the guards, you mean?
Sorry?
Near the guards?
Yeah, not near, just hearing distance, So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be obvious.
No.
If it's too dangerous, I leave,
You can try if you want.
Yeah, what shall I do for this?
Let's see. I reckon that'd be. I'm going to say subterfuge, but into subterfuge skill is it? Be a stealth, I guess.
Okay, let's have a look.
Stealth and a deception check.
As you're doing this, Cade.
Sorry?
Telling
A stealth.
us you're doing this, Cade.
Oh yeah, you're telling the others what you're doing.
Yeah. Of course.
So it'd be a stealth and
Would you like letting? Sorry.
It'd be a stealth and a deception check.
Oh, okay. Deception. Yeah, I'm okay with that actually. I mean, I rolled okay, not good, but okay.
Okay, right. You sort of position yourself in somewhere just within earshot of the guards, or what you hope might be earshot of the guards. Unfortunately, you must be looking somewhat suspicious as the guards so quickly notice you and tell you to get on your way unless you want to be arrested for loitering.
I move away.
Okay.
I was just curious, I mean, I'm not telling this to them. I'm telling this to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might be simpler just to ask some random person who may know more than we do.
Yeah, you could try that.
Well, I mean, I'm popping into the Adventurers Den anyway. I mean, you guys are more than welcome to join me. I was just going to sell the loot, and then I was going to ask there, what's with all the guards outside? Be some kind of excitement.
Okay, are you going to make the inquiry before or after you sell the loot?
I'm sorry, you're going to have to say that again.
Are you making that inquiry before or after you sell the loot?
After.
After. Okay, so can you make a persuasion check then for selling the loot? See what price you get.
Oh god,
Oh,
these
dear.
rolls.
Okay, so you get 40% of its value.
Can I insight check to see? Well, oh, you've told me it's 40%.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
And you can make a persuasion
12,
check.
12 gold pieces.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And round it up, round it down probably. And you can make a persuasion check to try and, if you want to ask him about what's going off.
Oh, yeah. That's
More than sufficient. Didn't need anywhere near that. Right, so you learn that apparently one of the gang bosses died the other night, which has created a little bit of a turf war. And there's
Our vacuum.
yes, and tensions are running high, and the authorities are expecting like open warfare to erupt onto the streets of the dock quarter at any moment.
I think we're better off staying on the ship instead of staying in the inn.
Oh, let's get that. Yeah, agreed. Oh, anything magical in the shop, by the way?
Anything magical? Let me see. Has it got anything magical? He has not.
Okay. Well,
Come back
I
next
thank
week,
you
and he
politely.
might have.
Cheers.
Us
I'll
too.
pop outside, inform the rest. I inform the rest that we need to make haste to the ship because there's a brewing gang war about to erupt in the streets.
Okay.
I think we're better off getting everything from the inn than just staying on the ship overnight if they'll allow us.
Yeah.
Need to check with the ship
agreed.
first of all, though.
Well, that would probably be the better course of action, regardless of that situation, since the ship will be leaving.
And it'll in the morning, and it'll be locked down probably because of this.
They might even leave earlier because of this.
Go back and gather his
Well, it
belongings,
has to
then
leave
Phil.
in the morning. It has to leave in the morning because the winds. Remember that.
Yeah,
If you
that
get
run from
ships.
midday till late at night.
Correct.
So might as well go back to the inn now, get his belongings, and then just go straight to the ship.
Yep. Is that what you're doing?
Oh, sorry, we didn't bring all our stuff already. I thought we had.
I don't know.
Oh no, we'd not said we were.
Apologies. I thought, yeah. Okay, now shall we head back to the inn then? Grab our goods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Phil, we double back, grab all our gear, head back towards the ship again.
Okay. Right. The return journey, it takes a while to get past the guards on the gates into the dock quarter, as they're obviously trying to restrict access. But they eventually let you through when you explain that you've booked passage on a ship leaving Safeton.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the Windbourne on the wharf, you can see it's a hive of activity. There's sailors running back and forth, getting things ready for the ship to depart. When you
knowledgeably looks at the scene and says, "The bilge is almost full, and the sails are almost totally scuppered. We'll be ready to sail in just a few hours.
Right, one of the sailors stops and just
Really?
looks at you a little bit puzzled. Then, where are we? I've got bloody people's names. Durgat approaches you. Say, I was just. I'm glad you're here. I was going to send one of the crew to with a message to your to the inn you were staying at. We're going to be taking the ship out of the harbour this evening.
We have an inkling that you might be either locking down or leaving early.
It's thinking it's best to. The captain decided it's best to get out of the harbour in case of any trouble, and to avoid the chance of the whole harbour getting locked down.
Yeah,
Mm.
we've brought everything that we need
Um,
with us.
We introduce Olwain and ask whether one of the cabins is free for our new travelling companion.
Yeah, all the cabins are free. We've not had any other passengers come on board. We're just waiting for the first mate.
All right, is he in Port Town, is he? Or Port Side?
He went out on the town last night and we haven't seen him.
Oh dear.
The captain spitting feathers.
Would the captain, after we've dropped our stuff on the ship, would the captain like us to go look for errant deckhand? I mean, errant first mate?
You could always ask.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose we drop our stuff off, and if the captain's around, offer our services in tracking down Francis Serpentwind, I assume.
Yep, Francis Serpentwind, indeed.
I just need a few questions answered about Francis before we begin our search. Does he prefer the ladies or the boys?
The ladies.
Okay. Does he like them nasty or does he like them genteel?
She doesn't. I don't know. I don't delve into the crew's private vices. As you
Okay,
as
let
you
me ask you differently.
as you're
How
talking,
often does
there's
he
a
need
there's
to
a
be
sh-
cured of the cap?
as you're talking, there's a shout goes up on the deck. It seems the first mate has returned.
Quite looking forward to delving the depths of the dock quarter for his corpse.
Has he got anyone chasing him?
No.
Or is he just walking back on his own?
So it turns
He's
up.
Yeah.
He turns up with a sheepish grin on his face and a tale of a young lady that he met at one of the local inns the night before, and as the reason for his absence.
Oh, that's an excellent reason if ever I heard one for Fuka.
He's both berated and cajoled about about the incident, but is quickly knuckles down as informed of the situation and the plans to get the ship underway and out of the harbour as quickly as possible.
I insight check the first mate to see whether he's lying and he's actually a secret assassin.
Okay.
No. He's your new best friend.
Well,
evil.
no, I just don't know whether he's a secret assassin or not. I have my suspicions, though.
He's
He's
an
the
evil
most
secret agent
truthful
of the
person in the
spider
world that you've
goddess.
ever seen.
Or is the evil agent of the spider goddess.
Yeah.
Fafuk will keep a close eye on this first mate until he earns his trust. Is this a good place to call it, or do we want to heave heave sails and scupper the bulges before we head off.
Just let them set sail
Says for
first.
Fook. Says for Fook knowledgeably to the captain.
Okay. Well, if you're hanging about, right. So you're asked to go below decks while we get until they get the ship under the way. So you're not. So you're out of the way. You're not going to cause it. Get underfoot.
Or cause an obstruction.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help polish the anchors while we away ourselves.
Right. They say that you are paying passengers, but we will forcibly remove you from the main deck if need be.
Especially with those sorts of jokes.
Fine.
You can go and polish your anchor
Jokes.
below
Being
deck.
deadly serious.
Go below decks then, Phil.
Okay.
And
Right.
you've got Olwain to sort his passage out with the captain and the bosun.
Yeah. So Olwain takes one of the cabins and pays for Cade in another of the cabins. Well, it's calling it a cabin is a bit of a stretch. It's a room with a bed. It's a tiny room with a bed in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he pays for himself and
Yeah.
one for Cade as well.
Or do I have a separate cabin?
Yes.
Wow. I feel privileged.
Whereas everybody else gets to choose between either a bedroll or a hammock amongst the crates and barrels in the hold.
I hope it's nice
Definitely
that
am, mate.
that cabin. Hope it's nice that cabin, kid. have a good time, mate.
You can you can all make persuade rolls as well.
Yeah, that.
As you sort of try and make yourselves
You what,
comfy.
Phil?
I said you can all make persuade rolls as well as you try and make yourselves comfy, interact with the crew as they're busying about the tasks.
Included or me not?
Oh, that ping.
I managed a 20.
Here you go, dirty 20.
Okay, just waiting on Cade's.
So do you want me to roll as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. Sorry, wasn't sure. Press.
Tackle and roll a 4 there. Yeah.
On form.
Mine
Wharf
is
on a
9.
boat. The sort to go well.
Mine is 9.
Let's just hope you can all swim, because somebody's going overboard.
And I will change my spell selection. I'm all at sea selection.
I was just thinking, Cade, are you going to cast the water breathing spell on everybody?
You mean right now?
Oh,
What's
we're
a
setting off
ritual,
right
isn't
now,
it?
aren't we?
Sorry?
We're setting off
Yes.
soon, aren't we, I think?
Yeah, well, it has got some
It's a
limit.
24-hour. Isn't it a 24-hour duration and a ritual?
Yeah, let me just read it.
No, I've got the water.
Yeah,
You've got the
so-
water breathing one.
Yeah, casting time is 1 action plus 10 minutes, and it lasts for 24 hours only. So I should
How many people can you cast it on?
And you suffocate if you're not in the water.
10. So yeah, but you can breathe normally. So I should do this every morning for all of us. That's what you are saying, yeah?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I will do that from now onwards. And it's a ritual, so I don't have to burn a spell slot for it.
Nice. And Fook will At least have water walking available when we're at sea.
Oh, Phil,
Uh-huh.
I have a look. I have a look. In the spell book, what my master handed back. Is there any new spells in it? Any changes?
The
Anything?
the only change is that one of the pages is fully restored, but it's completely blank.
Oh, okay. Okay. No worries.
Oh, Lee's
Got the
computer's
okay?
crashed.
What?
Lee's computer's crashed, he says.
Oh dear.
That's what you get if you're watching porn while trying to play D&D at the same time.
Like, differ.
Are you watching the same?
No, I'm not.
I'm not into I'm not into tentacle hentai stuff.
I'm actually still in Pokemon cards on eBay. That's why I've been looking at my phone. It's just nearly 500 quid.
Yeah, we believe you.
I am.
We believe you.
I've had these cards since 1999. I'm just selling them now. And hopefully they should go for about £1,000.
Nice.
Crazy money.
How much
Anyway.
did you spend on them? £2,000.
No, not even slightly. Not even. I paid £25 for one card when I was 14. True story.
I mean,
Did we?
chaps, do
did
we
we
want to
catch up?
call it? Want to call it here just as we're on the ship?
Yeah.
So
We
somebody
play on Sunday anyway.
Yeah.
somebody should have got a whisper.
Oh.
Ew. Ew. No. Yeah, we're not leaving the ship. We don't leave the ship. To the other chaps quietly while the sailors are busy upstairs readying the boat to, start trucking or whatever they call it. And apparently, I heard a rumor they try to bring the cartel boss back from the dead, like we did with Olwain. I mean, I'm happy to tell Olwain if Olwain's there as well.
Uh-huh.
But apparently they couldn't bring the boss back from the dead. And the rumor is all the clerics who failed got murdered.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, so there's a dead boss they couldn't resurrect, and then the clerics got killed as well. Yeah, I think it's probably all kick off pretty shortly.
So the faster we set sail is the better.
Yeah.
And the Temple of Pelor is probably unguarded, and all their loot is free for the taking.
Interesting.
It probably wasn't there. It probably wasn't the clerics of Pella that they employed.
No, it's probably clerics of another temple. One that's probably in the dock quarter.
Well, either way, I think it's a lot safer on the ship.
Yeah. So within the next few hours, the ship is made ready and disembarks from the docks and sails out of Safeton Harbour and into open water, where it probably about maybe about a mile out.
I'm back.
Hey, Lee just missed all that. So you're dead.
Right. New character time then.
But if you pay 5k, we gonna resurrect you.
Oh yeah, forgot about
So about a mile out,
So-
the captain has
The
orders
leader
for
of one of
the.
the cartels got murdered, and the cartel paid to have him resurrected, but it failed. The clerics who failed to resurrect the cartel boss got murdered. So we're just setting sail now because it's probably going to be a bit of a tinderbox in town for some time. Getting out
Right.
of Dodge.
that. Failed to get resurrected.
Yeah, no matter what they did, they couldn't resurrect the cartel boss.
So, like I
So
say,
we were just saying, Lee, that we probably want to call it. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Carry on. Phil.
yep. So the ship sails out about a mile out from Safeton, where the captain orders them to lay anchor and wait. And sort of
Okay.
wait there. They're going to wait there till morning, and then they'll set off proper.
It's like we've got Kay's master resurrected just in time.
Or the clerics weren't at the right level to cast it and just couldn't do it. And with maybe thinking, oh, we'll take the money and run.
Well, they had a cracked
You know,
diamond.
oh yeah, it costs 5k.
Or
Yeah, I mean,
or
look, hey, if I
they-
was a dodgy cleric, I'm not saying I am, I'd be so able to do a resurrect spell. But, you know, I totally warn my patients that sometimes it doesn't work. You know, the gods can be fickle sometimes, but it's still going to cost you 5,000k in gold and gems. And it'll be like, Omni, 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 make up a ceremony. Oh dear, it didn't work. Oh well, sorry. You know,
Don't.
it's a bit of a scam.
I mean, listen, you pay 5k and the spell doesn't work and you've been scammed. What would you do?
You'd probably murder all the clerics.
There you go. Or they have been interrupted by, the rival gang or something like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it could be any of those things. But I mean, if I was planning on scamming a bunch of crumbs, I'd make sure my exit strategy was rock solid.
Mm.
You know, we're a mile off the seashore. Ooh, Captain, asked the captain. We can now breathe water, right, Kate?
Yeah, we can breathe water.
Are there any rich shipwrecks around?
No, not that I know of. No.
Yeah, that's a shame. Okay, thank you. Would you like to hear my soulful rendition of Two Dicks and a Cat? It's becoming quite the famous number around these parts.
By all means, and make a change from the usual shanties.
I'll go and hide in a corner somewhere below decks.
Now let's see, what have we got here? 13.
Okay, you're about
I
halfway
need to
through.
retune my lute. The sea air has messed with the tension of the string, so I'm going to have to spend a bit of time retuning.
So you're about halfway through your rendition. And the pirates return to the sea shanties.
Do you say pirates?
Did I say pirates?
Did you say
Yeah.
pirates
Was
return
that,
to the
was
sea
that a
shanty?
Freudian
Damn.
slip, that
My,
Bill?
the secret's out. It's actually a pirate.
Aha!
You just say pirates.
Yeah, as soon as we're a mile out, they just raise a Jolly Roger.
Like we're attacking the initiative, Phil.
Slit the throats in their sleep. Damn it.
Oh, thanks, boys, but I think I'm going to have to call it quits. Some
Screw the
folks need a
hooks
walk.
on and screw the peg legs on. Radio, the guys.
Everyone slapped the parrot on their left shoulder.
Or a
Yeah.
blackbird.
Thank
Oh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks. See you on Sunday.
all right.
Yeah.
See you later.
See you Sunday.
See you later.
See you.
Thanks, chaps.